Our plans to impact another community with God's word and the gospel continue to move forward in Pflugerville, specifically, and have had one of their next major milestones this past Sunday, so yesterday, with the congregation voting to move forward with the next step in the Pflugerville building project. And this is a chance again for us to continue to outreach in the Pflugerville area to reach the community around us, and it will primarily be through a 10,000 square foot building project that will contain the core operations for a school from day one, pre-K 3 and 4, as well as adult worship. And there's lots of good discussion that happened yesterday that's centered around some of the key details, including things like the final design for the 10,000 square foot building, as well as digging into some of the financing and how we pay for something like that. Now, as far as next steps, the timeline now is to advance forward with this voter approval into next spring and summer, where our target is to break ground. And how we're going to step towards that is in the next 90 days, we're going to have architectural reviews, fine-tuning the design with a lot of good input that's come in and continues to come in over the last 2 to 3 years of construction committee work. Look for some more informational sessions coming in that regard, as well as feedback sessions. We'll also be looking to engage with the city of Pflugerville on final approvals for things like the plat, final permitting, as well as approval of the FEMA study that started early this year. And then finally, we'll continue to operate as good stewards, both of the 2016 budget, as well as planning for the 2017 budget cycle and the funds that we have collected around the designated funds towards the Pflugerville project as we start to expend some of those funds to move in this process towards a contractor bid. So then that's the next step, is a bidding process where we then come back to the congregation with a final recommended bid before we take shovel to ground. Now, coming up here more immediately for you personally and how you can engage is there will be those informational sessions available to each and every one of you to provide input on the design process. So look for those dates coming soon. As well as I continue to ask for your prayers. We thank you for your support. And I personally just want to leave you with one of my own thoughts, in that through this process, I think a blessing that I've had personally is engaging with many of you in conversation. And it's become clear for me in this journey as I became president, as well as gained exposure to the attitudes, the insights from many people in the congregation, as well as focusing in the Word, in prayer myself. It's been an exciting journey for me to understand both the fiscal responsibility aspects of a project like this, as well as where the Lord is taking us with the opportunity of growth within Pflugerville, and more importantly, the growth to reach souls that do not yet know Jesus. So I thank you for your support. Please contact me with any questions. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in an upcoming session in the hallway. Feel free to reach out to myself or any of the leaders.